We're going to start off with a field trip, Sax-Zim Bog Warbler Wednesday, May 14th, and I'm just going to bring you along. As a leader, I didn't have a lot of time to film video, but hey,
There he is.
Might give you a feel of what one of our field trips is like.
That's an adult Canada jay. No, babies are easy to tell. They're charcoal gray.
This Nashville was singing its pizza, 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 eat, 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 eat song. Mid-May is about when many of our warblers have arrived. There's a few late ones that haven't yet.
That might be the kinglet. Yeah, it's a gold-crowned kinglet.
But we had this cooperative white-throated sparrow. If you're Canadian, you might think they sing, "Oh, sweet Canada, Canada, Canada."
Must be co-dominant. I hear you. Beautiful call.
But here in Minnesota, they sing, "Old Sven Peterson, Peterson, Peterson."
You looking for the white spectacle?
He moved.
He's still in there, isn't he? Or did he go up?
This is a real stunner with that bluish head and those big white spectacles. And they have a really rich song that, once you learn it, is easily separated from red-eyed vireo.
Oh, look at that, 2 adult male.
Always a crowd favorite at the rose-breasted grosbeak. Yeah, this is a bird I thought had been shot with a BB gun when I was 15 years old. Now I know better. But stunner.
There's a good look.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. That's the clay-colored sparrow. Inhabits the open willow meadows. Magpies, the furthest east population in North America, is in Sax-Zim Bog. Much less wary in summer compared to winter for some reason.
I wish it was that hairy to put a spotting scope on a warbler.
Mid-May is a bit early for the morning warbler, but glad to see one on this trip. Got the scope set up for folks, and I tried to get some handheld video here. Usually they're deep in the underbrush, so this was really nice.
Oh, there he goes.
This was the only bittern video we got, but we actually had 4 on the field trip, so we got much better looks.
Still there.
And pine warbler, yeah, up at Zim Recreation Area in the big pines there, quite common in summer. Learn how to identify their sweet musical trill from that of the chipping sparrow. Once you hear it, it's not that hard. And a black-throated green was also in the
He
same
just
area.
sang
They're
again.
almost always in areas with cedars.
We are on this left tree here. It'll be kind of hard to point. So come up until the branches kind of start to come out. And that first one that's hanging down, he's on the very end.
Come on down, you guys. Shot if they swing around.
Nope,
Oh, he pooped.
Scoop shot. Nice scoop shot.
Common loon, you hear that? Welcome to Virtually Live 55, yep, last episode of season 5. But you know what, we'll start season 6 very soon, in a few days. By one of the only cattail marshes in the Sax-Zim Bog, here by the high school, South Ridge. And I got snipe displaying, there's trumpeter swans nesting, you heard the common loons. Red-winged blackbirds. I thought I heard a yellow-throated vireo across the road. Good bird for this far north. But yeah, it is 40 degrees. And then tomorrow we have Warbler Wednesday, so I'll probably include some of those as well. So let's get to it. I don't know if you heard it there, but the golden-winged warbler has a really high-pitched E, buzz, buzz, buzz. Weesey, weesey, weesey is the song of the black and white warbler, though they do have a dawn song that if you're doing bird surveys, you better know it because it's about all they do around sunrise. Lucked into a magnolia. They're not super abundant in the Sax-Zim Bog, but this guy was singing from a really exposed perch. Weedy, weedy, weedy-o. Weedy, weedy, weedy-o. Veery is a thrush named for its call note. I know you heard it during its downward descending spiral song. But there was the veer. The veer call. Along Nichols Lake Road, ran across one of nature's garbage men, one of nature's cleanup crew. There must have been a dead squirrel or a roadkill deer along the road. Yeah, ready to stick their head into whatever body cavity they can find, and that's one reason they have no feathers on their head, because a bird can't clean their head. So yeah, makes sense, huh? Heard a Canada warbler as I was driving by here. Of course, now it goes silent. There it is, but I just heard it. Okay, let's get some video. I have no mnemonic device for this warbler. It's just a tumbling jumble of bright, cheery notes. A black-throated green warbler, right where it should be, in the cedars, their favorite. I'm not going to go through my rant again about how the golden-winged warbler should be Minnesota's state bird and on our license plate because, right, over 50% of the world's population breeds here. Alder flycatchers, along with yellow-bellied flycatchers, are one of our latest flycatchers to return to the North Woods. Doing his repeat call. Well, I had just beautiful light this morning, but not very cooperative warblers. Isn't that the way it goes? You either have beautiful light and uncooperative subjects, or marginal light and wow, they're being cooperative. They're posing for you on beautiful perches. So I don't know, but I have a board meeting over at the Welcome Center. Oh, I hate to go inside. It's gorgeous. All right, we'll see you in a few seconds. Yeah, just gonna take a little break here. Well, Sparky's in that board meeting. Wait, I'm Sparky. Anyway, let's check in on our beaver pond and the Year in the Life project. This remote corner of the bog. We've set up a bunch of trail cameras around a single beaver pond to kind of capture the ins and outs of what's happening here. And the results have been nothing short of spectacular. Check out our website, saxzim.org, saxzim.org, to see some of the highlights. You'll find it under the videos tab. But I have to go out there about every few weeks and change the SD cards. The batteries last forever. We were inspired by the Voyager Wolf Project and the amazing discoveries they've found, and you know what? We're making our own discoveries. Eventually we'll turn this into more of a standalone video. That'll probably be in this winter. I'm okay. That is a big pile of bear dung. We'll see if they messed with the cameras. They usually love to mess with trail cameras. Uh-oh. Right on cue. Come on, just leave the camera on. Leave. Keep going by. Walking by. Good. No. I had it set just how I wanted it. They just think they have to change everything. Mom coming back, but surprise, look what she has with her. Triplets. We had bobcat triplets you can see on our website under the videos tab. last year, and look at these adorable cubs 2 weeks after the first video capture. And lots of waterfowl, Canada geese and green-winged teal. Fun to see because you can never get close to them in the wild. They're very spooky. Also a pair of blue-winged teal, wood ducks as well. Hi. And this broad-winged hawk came in. They're an amphibian and reptile eater, so not a surprise that they'd be hunting for frogs and snakes right along the edge of the water, but this one's just getting a drink. And here's our bobcat. If you've been following along with the videos, the trail camera videos, you'll know there's a mom with 3 kittens, went down to 2 kittens, and then 4 bobcats showed up on the video again. So I don't know if that's a kitten or mom. Some reptiles, painted turtle, and this big old snapping turtle going from the lower pond to the upper pond. And I've always heard that beaver carry mud in their front arms, front legs, I guess, front legs. But they use them like arms when they're packing mud to repair their dams. And here it is, video proof that that's what they do. And then just kind of jamming it down with his front paws and nose. Yeah, these beavers, crazy. I'm going to have more videos about their antics coming up. And look at this, American bittern. Wow, on a trail camera. Pretty cool. Whoa, he's getting up into his pose where his stripes on his chest and breast mimic the cattails, and maybe here's why. There was a second one, and there was a encounter that I slowed down 10 times. And wolves. Yeah, this is Hank. Hank and Ginger are the pair that hunt around these ponds. The Voyager Wolf Project has discovered from their video camera project that beavers make up a very important part of wolf diet at certain times of the year. And here's his mate, Ginger. Call her Ginger because she's a little reddish. And here comes Hank behind. What a stellar wolf. Just a specimen. Yeah, and maybe you saw the video on the website of them playing with sticks like dogs. Check it out. So anyway, fun project. You're going to hear a lot more about that in the coming months and years.
The left side in the oak tree is this, yeah. Okay, from the crown of the tree, come down on the right side on the maybe about a third or fourth of the way down. He's kind of close to.
I tried to film again on Warbler Wednesday 3 on the 21st, but I didn't get much video. Too busy helping folks get on birds and sharing the wonder of the Sax-Zim Bog avifauna. But I did meet some cool visitors from Maine. Yeah. Well, I've run into some friends of the bog. Well, they're new to the bog. Let them introduce themselves.
Hi, Sparky. My name's Larry. This is my wife, Patty. We're from Gorham, Maine. We've been driving across the continent doing a little bird watching. We're going to end up eventually at the prairie potholes in North Dakota. But we've just had a magnificent day at the bog. We had some life birds for us today. We had the great gray owl and the golden-winged warbler, and just more warblers than you can even count.
Thanks for coming to the bog on this, little gray, cloudy, wet day, but the birds don't care and we don't care. Birders don't care either.
That's
so
right.
Thanks for coming.
And now we're going to do the remainder of the Gray Jay Trail as the cherry on top of just a magical day.
Oh, awesome. Really good to meet you, Larry and Patty, and congrats on the lifers. You'll definitely have to come back in the winter sometime. But on my way home at 2 in the afternoon, look what popped out of the ditch. Yeah. Of course, I went into panic mode and tried to pull over as fast as I can, grab my camera, and get out and crawl along the road to get some photos and some video. It's not every day you see a trio of moose. This moose was plucking cattails and eating the roots. The roots are very nutritious. Well, delicious? Nutritious? Maybe both. But you can see they were losing their winter, nice, thick, glossy winter fur, and thinner summer coat was coming through. So they looked a bit ratty. But they were chill for a while. Oh man, you can see the car's a little kitty wampus here, but I had to pull over quick because I had three moose crossing the road into this willow marsh, and then they decided to double back and cross back towards me. So pretty cool, and they were chill. It looked like a cow and a couple yearlings, but they were almost all the same size. And then, as usual, a truck came by and they skedaddled. But, you know, you don't see a car for a half hour, and then one shows up right when you're laying in the middle of the road photographing moose. That's the way it goes. Light was not good. not the worst it could be at 2 p.m. Not great. And they weren't the prettiest of creatures this time of year. Kind of shedding their winter coat and growing their summer coat. So. But hey, how cool is that? I'll tell you, moose in the Sax-Zim Bog have been increasing over the last few decades. They're doing a lot better in Minnesota than they were a couple decades ago. So pretty fun to see. And got to do the superstar bird of the day. For me, no doubt, Canada warbler. I don't know. I just love that warbler. Superstar mammal. You know, I bet you're going to be surprised. Moose. In fact, Jerry, one of our kestrel monitoring volunteers, saw one today too with her sister and brother-in-law. Totally different place. Day of the moose. Makes up for the warblers that were not so cooperative. Take care, and we'll see you in season 6 coming up soon.